Sometimes it's just a bad day out on the water, kind of like some of the clips we'll see in the next few minutes. Welcome back, guys. It is your boy Broncos Guru, and it's this week's episode of Boating News of the Week. Some of you, if you watched any of the videos we've done over the past couple weeks, may have realized we are in the middle of a Broncos Guru Christmas, and we are doing a giveaway on every single video this month. And this video will be no different. All you gotta do to qualify for the giveaway is hit that subscribe button, make sure to like the video, and leave a comment below, and we will pick our favorite comment, and somebody is winning a Drain Plug Mafia tumbler. But we are going to step up our game this week. Some of you may remember last year us talking about doing a giveaway to the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show, and it didn't actually happen this year due to everything that was going on, but it is coming back for 2021. I'll leave a little bit more details about the trip and how to get qualified for this trip at the end of the video, but the big news is the person who wins the Drain Plug Mafia tumbler from this video is going to be our first entrant. Of course, giving away tumblers and giving away trips cost money, so I gotta give a big shout out to Surfshark VPN, who's sponsored this video to help us kind of pay for the things we want to do on this channel. And we'll talk a little more about them a little later in the video. Our first incident to make the boating news this week is going to take us out to California, where just a couple weeks back, 3 adults and 2 dogs were rescued from a stranded boat near Concord, California by the Coast Guard. The boat owners contacted the Coast Guard in San Francisco and let them know that they'd run hard aground near Seal Island. The Coast Guard dispatched a chopper and a rescue swimmer to go assist the 3 adults and the 2 dogs getting off the vessel. These are always interesting to watch, especially when you throw animals in the mix. I'm always curious how the animals will react, and these ones actually stayed pretty calm during this incident. But you're always watching and hoping and praying that the animal doesn't try and fight the human that's sitting in the basket with it trying to get out of the basket for fear of the helicopter above. But here, everybody seems to be okay. There are no injuries reported, and they get everybody off the vessel. Our next incident to make the boating news this week is going to be our fellow YouTuber, Willem Powerfish. Powerfish has found himself in a little bit of mischief, as he would say. These video clips here come from his comedy videos called the Boat Ramp Sessions, where he accidentally sinks this Ford Falcon into the river. Unfortunately, authorities were not as amused by the clip as many of us were.
I made a mistake, and I'm owning up to the mistake, and yeah, I'm willing to face whatever charges come at me.
At current, those charges are pretty hefty. He could be facing up to $1 million worth of fines and up to 7 years worth of prison time. Where most of this is stemming from environmental concerns, where people are concerned over him running the car into the river with oil and fuel in the tanks, which they claim they removed.
I'm gonna learn from this mistake, but all I've ever wanted to do was make people laugh, get the dogs, and push mental health.
Our next incident to make the boating news this week is going to take us down to Alabama, where 4 commercial fishermen had to be rescued from their vessel as it caught fire. Around 6:45 p.m. Monday, the vessel named Alexandria Pearl set fire about a half-mile south of Fort Morgan, just outside of Mobile Bay in Alabama. Fortunately, there were 2 Coast Guard helicopter crews that were conducting training flights nearby, and they were sent to the scene. One of the helicopters lowered a rescue swimmer and a life raft, and all 4 people aboard the vessel were able to be brought to safety. Our next incident to make the boating news this week is one of those strange ones, where a fishing boat washed up in Japan almost 10 years after it was lost in a tsunami. The tiny boat was found in Hashio Island 9 years and 9 months after it disappeared into the ocean off Kesanuma. A local fishing cooperative confirmed that the 5.5-meter fiberglass boat once belonged to a Kesanuma fishing fleet after checking the registration number. The large quantity of coral attached to the boat's interior has prompted a lot of speculation about where this boat had drifted to before it wound up back up in Hashio, about 300 kilometers south of Tokyo. One expert believes it could have almost made it all the way across the Pacific to close to the United States West Coast, and at that point it would have caught some currents that actually would have brought it back to Japan, sending it on one heck of a trip. Speaking of having a bad trip, imagine this one. You're on vacation with your family, and the next thing you know, you've been hacked. That's right, you've lost access to your emails, social media accounts, and now most of your personal information is vulnerable. This happened to me while on our last vacation. It took me one entire day almost to get access to everything back, and during that time frame I tried to figure out what I could do to make this never happen again, and that's how I discovered today's video sponsor, Surfshark VPN. Surfshark is an app and browser extension that basically lets you place your laptop or phone anywhere in the world and lets you access the internet as if you were in that country. This adds an extra layer of security, helping keep all your passwords, photos, and videos safe, all while blocking ads, trackers, malware, and phishing attempts. One of the other huge features and advantages that Surfshark has when you have the ability to surf the internet like you're in another country is it unlocks a plethora of additional media content on streaming services. And if you're traveling abroad, it'll give you access to content that you might lose if you were not in your home country. And it's not even just paid streaming services where you'll gain access to additional media content. Even on platforms such as YouTube right here, you'll notice I have videos that are actually blocked in other countries as well, based on music that's been applied to those videos. So let's use my videos as examples here. Florida to Exuma by a jet boat. Of course, when we go searching it in this country that we're in right here, it does pull up some videos, but not the 2 specific ones we're looking for. So all we do is we go in and we enable Surfshark, and we quickly go ahead and switch to another country. We'll switch back to the United States, where I know that music happens to be enabled. Now when we do this same search on YouTube, YouTube, all of a sudden it's going to pop these videos right at the top of the list. For those of you who are interested in giving Surfshark a try, they do have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can go over there and try it risk-free. And also, if you go over there and use my code BRONCO, you're going to get 84% off your subscription and 4 months free. And of course, I'll also leave the link in the description below. And our next incident to make the boating news this week is going to take us over to Rhode Island, where the U.S. Coast Guard rescued 3 mariners after their tugboat they were on began to sink off Port Judith, Rhode Island. By the time the Coast Guard arrived, the 3 mariners were sitting atop the 108-foot barge that was being towed by the tug, and the tugboat Warthog that the mariners had been on was completely submerged underwater.
And the sea standing by, as the real job is standing by.
Yeah, Coast Guard 45, the MC.
And here comes the Coast Guard.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Boating News of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening in your waterways, be sure to hit me up on Facebook or Instagram and let me know, and you might see your stories over here. And if you haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button. If not, we're coming to steal your drain plug. And for those of you who are interested in the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show trip, we are randomly going to pick videos over the next several months until June, and we will pick our favorite comment from those videos to be entered into a final drawing to see who wins this trip. The winner will be treated to round-trip airfare from inside the United States to Fort Lauderdale International Airport. You will also receive 2 nights of lodging in Fort Lauderdale and tickets to the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. We'll have final details coming out for this trip in January, and good luck to everybody who participates.